Summit of the Americas kicks off in Panama on Friday, and during the two-day meeting, world leaders will assess policies and challenges affecting Latin America. A new participant in this year's summit, Cuban President Raul Castro, plans to attend amid warmer relations with the United States. Meanwhile, things could be frosty between the U.S. and Venezuela. Tensions have been brewing since the U.S. imposed sanctions and froze the assets of 7 Venezuelan officials. But the South American nation has other concerns to contend with. It may have to end its generous oil subsidy program in the Caribbean. CCTV's Markovits explains.
Making energy cheap and readily available across the Caribbean was a signature campaign led by the late Hugo Chavez. Through Petrocaribe, Venezuela's oil alliance with Caribbean nations, those countries pay only a small part of the cost of fuel up front and can barter everything from coffee to beans to pay their bill. But the flow of Venezuelan crude to the Caribbean may be slowing down. According to a new report by Barclays Investment Bank, Venezuela has cut its Petrocaribe shipments by half, affecting even some of its closest allies like Cuba. Analysts say such a program is now unsustainable as the country copes with falling oil prices and a deep recession.
Venezuela
looked to obtain alliances and political accords by subsidizing fuel in the region. But under the current situation, it has become very difficult for Venezuela to keep financing this petrodiplomacy.
Low oil prices have heightened problems of shortages and stirred fears of a possible default in the future. But the Venezuelan government insists that the Petrocaribe program will continue.
The Venezuelan government denied the Barclays report, labeling it a smear campaign and an attack on Venezuela's efforts to help poor nations. Despite economic concerns, some industry watchers say Petrocaribe is still the best option for Caribbean countries and that its diplomatic benefits outweigh its cost.
Muy difícilmente que otros
It would be very difficult for another energy provider to match the ease in payments that Venezuela allows. Venezuela can still meet its commitments, and savings from cutting the program are insignificant in terms of Venezuela's bigger monetary problems.
Barclays report estimates Petrocaribe has cost Venezuela about $50 billion. While the government is publicly ruling out a reduction to Petrocaribe, speculation is growing that Venezuela's continuing economic crisis may mean cuts to the program are unavoidable. Markovits, CCTV, Caracas.